Hey, my name is Alex. I am from Brooklyn, New York City. Been on the road for 7 years. I'm going to tell you a story about my awakening on the Pacific Crest Trail and how everything kind of clicked together for me. Um, it all started, back in high school when I was, depressed, anxious, had a lot of societal questions, didn't know what to do with life. Um, I hit the road on my bike, did a round the country bike tour. Um, really wanted to kind of figure out things, as a 19-year-old would. Um, and that's what started me out on a path that would last many years. It's still going on. The main thing I took away from that is the kindness of people and how people are willing to help you. Especially coming from New York City, where it was kind of a dog-eat-dog mentality. Everyone was out for themselves. It was nice to be outside of the city and see the beauty of it all, the beauty of people. So that opened me up to that. And then I continued my travels through hikes. I did the Appalachian Trail, followed by the Pacific Crest Trail. At that point, I had read The Power of Now. I had done some inner work. I had some childhood trauma to get over and some other things. But I was still seeking happiness. I was still looking for something, and I felt incomplete. I still felt isolated, lonely at times. My depression never fully went away, even through all this travel. I think early on I realized that money and career wouldn't make me happy, and then I realized that family wouldn't make me happy. I put happiness onto traveling, hiking, being in the outdoors, and I thought that would make me happy. When I was on the Pacific Crest Trail going southbound, it was my second time. This was in 2016. I reached a point where I was no longer happy hiking. And everything felt off. Everything started building up again, kind of like it did in high school. I was just at lost because I didn't know. I lost the one thing that I thought would stick around and make me happy for the rest of my life, being surrounded by nature, living in the woods, doing what I loved. And when that fell apart, I started to get really down on myself. I met some shaman in the high Sierras when I was going through there, about 1,000 miles from the Mexican border. And they, I told them all my woes. I told them all that was wrong in my life and how much I was struggling, how, things just weren't working out. And they asked me one question. They asked me if I ever tried thinking positively. And I've always remember that question. I always go back to it. And when they asked me that, everything kind of clicked. The Power of Now had clicked. The inner work I had done, some of my psychedelic journeys. And I realized that we could change our reality based on our thoughts, and manifestation kind of became a well-rounded subject that I started to understand. And with that, I spent some more time in the high Sierras. I slowed down significantly on my hikes. I think before that moment, I was trying to hike, pain away, trying to run away from something still. And I slowed down. I started enjoying everything that was around me, just a moment. Gratitude came into my life. And I started looking back at the things I believed and the things I was brought up to believe. And I started questioning everything. I went one by one. One of the first things after I got off trail was diet. I started rethinking what I eat, why I eat it, how it feeds my body, how I feel after it. And I started to feel like I was getting a grip on the things in life that affect us so significantly. I questioned my work. I questioned why I was doing things the way I was doing it. And it was like a great reset to leave everything I grew up believing behind and kind of create my own reality and see what fit into what resonated with my soul. And it's still a journey I'm on. It's still something I, will catch myself going back to old patterns. And still things I question and dive back into. So it set me up for a pretty open life, I think. Ever since then, things just seem to flow a little bit easier in life, with a, positive attitude. I feel like you could create whatever you wish. Granted, you get over, there's blockages, there's challenges that come up, obviously, but it's all about our mentality and the way we think about things, and how much energy we give towards the things that we want to see happen, truly happen. And it all, it's been a 10-year journey, and it's been a beautiful one that I'm going to keep living and staying true to. So that's my story about my time in the Sierras and how it all unfolded and how it all came together in my life. Thank you.